Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Mike B coming to you with another episode of Keep It Moving Podcast. You guys know, as always, I'm not alone. They won't let me do the show alone because they know that when Mike B does a show alone, he goes above and beyond the call of duty. And that's not what people want. They just want to keep it simple, stupid. That's what they say. Mike, we're blowing your kisses. We're blowing your kisses.
You stupid. As long as you know you stupid.
Anyway, I got my two co-hosts with me. Novelty, say something, please.
Please.
All right. And my boy JT, what's going on, man?
Yes.
Oh, we have a devotion before the show or during the show. We can start it out. You know how we do.
Welcome the Holy Spirit into whatever I do.
Oh, the Holy Spirit may not want to be involved in this conversation, but if that's what you want to do, brother, we can do it. I'm always down for a good old Negro spiritual.
Oh, okay.
That almost made me think about that Mary J. Blige situation, which we're going to talk about later.
Yeah, I got
Anyway, before we get into our topics for today, I wanted to tell a little story, per usual.
Yes.
And I'm sure most of you guys can guess. I know Mike is about to talk about his grandma. But this is the one that really had me disturbed, my brother. And we were going to talk about it on our show, but we haven't recorded actual quickie soul in so long.
We can bring it back up, but let the folk know what you're talking about.
I went to go and visit my grandmother. Mm-hmm. And, we have a good time when I go over there. With me being older, I feel like she shares a lot more with me, and I get to understand more about like her upbringing and things like that. Mm-hmm. So I appreciate those moments. Take her groceries, she cooks me breakfast, and we just have a good time. But she always brings up, well, not always. This time, she brought up like, when you gonna have some kids?
Some kids.
I said, it's
gonna happen. That time,
we ain't talking about me though.
Oh, okay.
We talking about my grandma.
All right.
I said, it's gonna happen, but right now. I said
you doing might be.
Yeah, and I'm remain. I even told her, I said, I'm remaining and she said, "Are you?" I told her I'm remaining abstinent, but I didn't make a vow because she always tells people that she made a vow to God that she wasn't going to do anything because she's married, but she's not with her husband, so she's celibate. I feel like celibate is a little bit.
Hold up.
Go ahead, ask your question.
She's celibate, but she ain't with her husband.
She's separated from her husband, so she's not going to go and do anything with anyone else.
So it's like it. Go ahead.
She made a vow. I told her, I let her know because I knew the question was gonna come. I said I didn't make no vow because I know temptation will come and I will fall. But
that's what I'm saying. So are you really celibate?
I ain't say I'm celibate. I said I'm abstinent.
Oh,
there's a difference. I said I'm abstinent. I'm abstaining from sex right now. And so she decides to tell me about her vow. She said, I made my vow and I don't even use my fingers. I said, are you kidding me? That's the one thing I didn't like.
She's talking about like afternoon delight with herself.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And I said, you know what? I didn't even know that or hear that. And she said, and no,
I mean, she a woman though.
And I'm her grandson. I don't give a damn about that.
Well, they still living. They still got nerves down
in my mind, that wasn't even a thing back when she was growing up, and she don't know about it now. If she can't work a remote on a VCR, then she damn sure don't know nothing about that.
All of a sudden, playing with yourself came up in the 80s?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
In my mind. And she said, no, I haven't been drinking, because she knew that in my mind, I'm thinking,
you drunk.
Because we don't talk like that,
Maybe you reach that age now where she.
I don't want to
divulge.
I never want to reach that age.
There's no age.
Never
no age.
want to. But that wasn't it.
Boy, y'all don't think like grandma and grandpa didn't do what they do.
They can do what they want to do.
I don't want to know about it.
They don't need to tell me about it.
Because she grew up at the time where storks actually did deliver the babies. And so
you the dumb one then.
Yeah, I didn't go that far.
But she hit me with, I ain't been drinking.
Yeah.
But she said, but matter of fact, have a drink with me.
No.
And she went to the refrigerator. She's like, don't act like you can't drink no wine
Hold
with your
up
grandma.
now. Sister Richardson.
Yeah.
She said, have a drink with
me.
A drink.
She got a bottle of Mogan David wine that's probably 2 or 3 years old.
What's she doing with wine in our house?
Hey, she got some wine.
And have a drink with me came out her mouth.
Sister
Richardson.
I'm lying, I'm dying.
I am appalled.
But anyway, that ain't even the crux of it.
Just the fact that I called her sister interesting.
And you can't believe she got a drink, but you can. The story about the fingers don't bother you. Somebody write about
I'm
that.
sorry.
You appalled about her having a drink.
But when you invite somebody, I mean that's intimate. When you invite somebody to have a drink, you're telling all about
and
yourself.
playing with yourself ain't intimate.
That's even more intimate, bro.
By yourself. Now, you ain't adding nobody else.
But
with that,
you add me when you tell me about it.
You can tell it, but they ain't there with you. They having the old intimate.
So if she would have told
you ain't watching
him last night when I was having a drink,
let's have a drink. She added you. That's when she added you
because she know after that first conversation, I put my church finger up and I was like, you know what?
But she know you got that drinking look in your eye, mate.
That drinking look. That's what they call it.
I'm done.
So, and she said, "Don't act like you can't have a drink."
Yeah,
because I guess that was her way of saying, "Nigga, I know you drink."
You had that drinking look. You had that look in your eye.
And I said, "Okay, give me." I said, "Give me just a little bit."
Really?
I don't drink wine, so I'm not a wine drinker.
But you a drinker though.
Who is this? Didn't I just say we ain't talking about me?
But it's your story.
We
only talking about you.
No, we talking about my grandma.
Okay, so finish this story. Please tell me you passed the fingers and finished this.
We passed the fingers. We had our drink, and I'm just sitting there. I'm trying to finish this wine as fast as I can.
I'm confused
because I don't about the drink. I try to finish my drink.
Yes.
And we continue to talk about how I need to settle down, get me a wife, make some kids.
Yeah.
And then she hit me with, and you don't need to be out there pleasing yourself. Like, don't be masturbating. Mm-hmm. I said, you know what? Drink over. I'll be back. Next time you need some groceries. I'm not here for this conversation with my grandma. I didn't sign up for this shit.
Well, she did.
Clearly. And I thought the wine was going to calm everybody down, not intensify. We ain't still talking about
she was warming you up.
Of what she does.
She was warming you up.
Was unnecessary.
She probably wanted to have that conversation for the last 15 years.
Right. The sharing of what she does may have been unnecessary. But talking to you about what you should do, that's what grandma do. Come on
the fact that she said masturbate.
Oh, she said the word.
She said the word.
Oh, sweet.
That offended me. That she even knew that word.
Oh my God!
When you can't work a VCR remote, I'm holding on to that.
Dumb, might be.
When you can't work a VCR remote,
VCR remotes wasn't around, but masturbating been around since the first man.
No, not in my mind.
That's your mind.
You grew up in old Lilytown. I don't know what.
I mean, I had a conversation with my grandmother about using condoms.
Well, we know you had conversation with old folk
because you've been a freak for a long time.
Anyway.
You come out at night, don't you?
The old men was getting their money at the nursing home. They get their money at the beginning of the month, and they go out
at
and
the nursing home.
It seems like we supposed to be
sitting
down
story time.
on the car. It's story time, people. Let's sit around by this fireplace.
Anyway, at the beginning of the month, they would get their money. This was in a nursing home in Florida. They get their little money, and they go get these young women, and they would buy them everything and get them a little something.
Oh, sugar daddies.
And then by the middle of the month, they was broke, so they come back to the old women in the nursing home, and AIDS was just spreading rapidly throughout the nursing home. And when I heard this story, I found out shortly after that. I found out my grandmother had a friend. So my mom,
your grandma had a friend too.
See, my mama.
I don't want to hear about that.
My
shit.
auntie wouldn't do it, so I took it upon myself to make sure my grandmother knew about condoms.
So you started the conversation.
I started that
conversation. That's a little bit different. I understand.
I didn't ask for too much, detail. I just, grandma. I told her that story.
How old was the friend?
I don't know how old he was, but she was in her 70s.
Well,
I just feel like
I wouldn't care.
I'm not gonna say all women, but I feel like just the women that I know, that they by the age of 50, it just stop. Stop.
Nowadays, women 50 look. It's some women that look good.
But I'm saying that's why I said not all women, just the women that I know.
Your family.
Okay. Just go ahead.
Went past that.
You're doing too much.
Hot flashes all the goddamn.
Sex
time.
needs to mean something. It needs to mean something else. Like it's a dish that you cook. And let that be it.
Or the eggs. done, maybe? Or you saying like once the eggs are gone,
like
the sex is gone?
Yeah, sex on the beach. She's talking about a meal instead of actually having sex on the beach with her old ass. No, I ain't here for it. I ain't got time.
Now that I ain't got time for that. I don't want to hear about no old sex.
Well, you was okay with the old single
sex.
I mean,
I don't want to hear about. Hell yeah, if you want to hear about single sex shit.
No, I'm talking about old by herself.
I know. No, I was just helping them out, but I don't want to hear it.
Okay.
They can have their own shit, but don't bring it up, in our conversation.
Yeah, so
you saying your grandma plays, and I'll stay in my grandson place. I ain't gonna talk to you about no pussy.
No.
Then you ain't gonna talk to me about no extra shit. Me masturbating. When you using technical words, you doing too much.
Stay in your grandma place.
Ask me if I want bacon or sausage, and that's it.
So what if she say she wants sausage?
I just feel like that's the wrong question to ask.
Nah, you better cook it yourself. That's the sausage I'm thinking of. I ain't talking about nothing else, goddamn it.
Anyway.
Shit. I think we better keep moving.
Yeah, and I just feel like we can't really transition into the presidential debate after that.
We professional.
With Donald Trump, you can.
Oh,
because he's just nasty as hell.
Yeah,
the presidential debate was this past Monday. What was your just overall thoughts? Not you don't have to get into specifics or anything like that. Overall thoughts.
Donald Trump is stupid.
Okay,
that's the running thing.
Yeah, he hasn't changed.
But we knew that before the debate,
right?
I knew that.
We knew that after the debate.
Did not change my opinion, not one little bit.
I feel like the first 20, 30 minutes of the debate, I was looking at Donald Trump a little bit differently. He seemed like maybe he had practiced at least for the first part of the debate.
He was going through what they told him to do.
What they told him to do. Yeah. He was, even though he wasn't really answering any questions, he knew how to deflect. He knew how to deflect, and it sounded like he has done this before. Well, he's been doing it, damn near every damn rally. But people were questioning like whether Hillary would be up to the task. I didn't know what to expect.
I already knew she was part of the game.
She was. That's exactly what we saw.
Her arena.
Hillary was out here politicking.
Yeah, she doing what she do.
It worked.
Yeah, of course.
Now, one of the issues that I had, with old, DT is what a lot of people call him because he's one of the homeboys.
He ain't my homeboy.
I've never heard old DT.
Oh, they all around my job. They call him DT.
Oh,
DT. He's down for the people.
He down for the people.
It's this whole law and order when they were talking about race relations. This whole law and order and the whole stop and frisk.
Stop and frisk.
But y'all call him DT. He down for the homeboys.
Not
talking about white folk when he say
clearly
he down for the redneck homeboys, maybe.
Not even redneck. He for the rich folk too.
Yeah, because we can't deny that there are black people who actually support this guy and the foolishness that come out of his mouth, and then the fact that he feels like he's smart for not paying federal taxes. And then lied about it right after the damn debate.
Right. He slipped the truth out. When they say, I'm smart, because I don't pay my taxes. Ain't it something like
every once in a while, Donald Trump's little truth slip out.
Yeah, and then I think they said after he was asked,
they interviewed
question about what he said,
like,
and he denied
I didn't say
it.
that. Yeah, exactly.
Like Negro, we saw that shit.
We got it on videotape.
They should have had Larry Merchant show him the tape. See now, like boxing.
Yeah,
this is when you said
they need a playback.
Yeah, and but they do like fact check. Right,
but
nowadays,
it's not instant, and we don't see it on the actual debate. That's what I thought we were going to see, though.
On the World Wide Web,
they're saying that
they hurry up and do
Hillary did her website fact checked, but it's her website, so
I wouldn't be biased.
You want something totally unbiased, and they don't fact check like they used to because everything happens so fast now. So they can't,
and it's hard to keep up with some of the stuff that he puts out there. Yeah. Because one thing that kind of frustrated me with him, because I thought he was doing a good job holding his own, was when he kept interrupting, and then he made me have a little bit less respect for the host or the moderator. I'm sorry, because I felt like the moderator should have been more assertive. He did not take charge, and that kind of bothered me because I guess he was just sitting back and allowing people to see what type of bully Trump could be in situations like this, and that's what it seemed like.
Funny.
Who?
This is just my personal. The what's the name? The moderator.
Lester Holt.
He looked like a white person with black makeup on.
I didn't see.
It's just he look like he's put together.
So
he don't look like
blackface?
he don't look natural.
He said he don't look like a.
He look like a. He remind me like a white person putting on, blackface,
brown makeup.
Trying to be homeboyish. But I know he's black, but it's just how he looks. He looks. I ain't gonna say funny. He look different. He look put
Lord,
together.
Please forgive him.
He doesn't look like an original. black.
He made for TV.
There are some of those
TV makeup on.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That the makeup that he has on, and his hairline. I mean, it's just
nothing black about it. Is what you're trying to say? Ain't nothing black about it.
Maybe
he need to shave
along.
his head.
Maybe
he'll probably look a little bit more brotherish.
But what did you think about the stop and frisk? Are you down for it? You think that's what's going to really heal Chicago and stop all the senseless killings? And then the numbers that he kept throwing out there. At one point, it's like 1,000. And then it's a couple thousand, and then 4,000.
They do that now. So,
Donald Trump is stupid.
Why wouldn't he prepare for something? Well, I guess he don't have to. He don't have to because he knows how to talk.
Had to.
He's a talker.
Yeah,
that's what he knows how to do. Whether he's speaking the truth, he's speaking when he's asked.
Insulter. He wins by bullying and insulting. I mean, think of it. His trademark line is "You're fired." He wins by bullying and insulting.
He's a pure businessman to me. That's how I choose him. I choose him to be. That's what he do. And when in business, it's dog eat dog. And that's you can't expect him to do anything less. You can't expect him to be presidential when he's not.
He's the one that wants to be presidential.
No, but I don't think he's trying to be presidential.
That's the thing.
But he's trying to be
president without being presidential.
But he's being him.
He's being him.
Without being presidential.
You can't be just a businessman when it's the presidency.
Oh, of course not. We know that.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that's him. That's what he did.
That's the problem. And that could be the problem. This country is more than just a business. It is people.
He's banking on the fact that he can run it.
This country is business. We want it to be people. It sounds good to say people, but this country is business. Are you kidding me?
This country is business. I'm not saying that there's not business.
People are at bottom of the totem pole.
There's still the people aspect of this country.
There should be.
There should be.
I don't think
the people that
have
the power in their hands don't see it like that, though.
I understand that, but that's the reality of it. And when you're running for president, regardless of the people who have the power in their hands, they don't have the presidency until they get the vote from the people. So you're still dealing with people. You cannot take people out of this country. You can deal
with the people, but once you get your
power, you cannot take the people out of this country. And that's the problem.
That's what they've been doing, though.
You know what? That's what he's saying. Fuck the people. You cannot be.
That's every politician that we've had.
Not running for president.
Yes.
No, they don't say fuck the people while they running.
They ain't gonna say it, but
that's
what
they do.
That's the difference. He's saying it.
At least he's transparent. With that,
that's a good thing.
I ain't saying it's good, but I know where he stands. You ain't gonna.
I know where he stands.
You ain't gonna tell me one thing and then fuck me over.
He's
on
stupid.
Another.
Right.
He's stupid.
That's the only good thing. It might be bad, but it's the only positive thing that I see out of. I know where he stands. I know where his mind at. I don't have to guess.
Well, when you're drowning in a sea of negatives, that definitely is a positive. The fact that you can see, exactly where he's coming from.
He gonna fly off the handle, whether it's a good place or not. I know where you stand.
I know where he stands, and that's a negative to me. Not negative that I know where he stands, but I know where you stand. That makes you.
But
I'm
saying when you in this type of arena. I think that's a good thing when somebody is actually telling what's on their mind, good or bad.
Well, you know what? A positive and a negative equals a negative.
Because a lot of people saying Hillary, we don't know where she's. She might say something, but we don't know. We don't know the backing behind it, though.
I know where she stands. She stands where every white person stands. For the betterment of and not even every white person, every person. That's the reality. For the betterment of what they think
that might
is
be what
good
she
for
says,
them.
but that ain't what happens when she comes into office.
No, she stands for the betterment of whatever she believes is the right thing to do. Her right thing is not necessarily my right thing, but guaranteed 100% of his right things.
To me, I don't think she's as transparent as Donald.
Well, to me, they are transparent. It's politics. They trying to win
they
the vote.
hide. It ain't no transparency in politics.
But I think that's not just politics. That's just people. Period.
Yeah,
I feel like.
I mean, you could, but you can tell me something.
But you can look at her record. You can look at her record. You can look at his record. And her,
but a lot of people looking at her record aren't saying anything positive.
Yeah,
a lot of people looking at his record.
It's negatives and positive in both. You can say he went bankrupt all the time. He had businesses. He's not a good person with money.
One positive in his record.
Her, she always lying.
She always in his record.
One positive is is positive to the Republican Party. They chose him. So that's a win in his corner.
Me. But like I said, I can't see a positive.
Of course, we know who you're gonna be against.
Oh, him all the way.
Yes, we know that.
Especially after he's sitting there talking about
10 shows.
Black. What did he said something to the point of he started to win over the black vote,
and everybody's like, where, when,
how?
But he does have paid black people in.
Did you hear your word? Paid. Don King paid.
They getting well taken care of.
Did we talk about on the last episode that black preacher, the lady who he was trying to talk about Hillary,
in the butt?
And she was like, "Hey,
stop it, dog.
We didn't
endorse for this."
You talking about the one that said that they gonna burn they butt hole? You talking about that pastor?
No, a female pastor?
Nah, the black guy, he been talking shit and saying, he was talking about the gays and shit, and he's saying, if you're having sex with other men, you're gonna have your butthole gonna be on fire. Oh, you haven't?
No, we were not talking about that.
I haven't heard. You gotta watch it. Wow, it's that same. It's that same guy. He be on Obama. He be on black folk. I forgot his name.
The sheriff.
No, he a preacher.
Daryl Scott. That's the one who does he have like?
I got a special place.
He's older. Not
God
not the
got
one
a
that,
special place for
not
him.
with the pastors. He's on his own.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, he talks the most shit. And he came out with 2 weeks ago talking about if you're gay, your butthole gonna burn, and it's gonna. You gotta watch it.
That's crazy.
I got a special place for him.
It's you gotta watch it.
Right on. Well, now. For some reason, I couldn't remember when you were hosting the last episode. Did we talk about the whole Terence Crutcher situation?
Say that word again, her name.
Terence Crutcher, the black guy who we saw the helicopter surveillance, and they were like, that looks like a bad guy, and he ended up getting shot. We didn't talk about that?
Nah, because I'm looking at you like I don't know what the hell.
For some reason, I felt like we talked about it.
Terence Crutcher?
Okay. Well, anyway, Terence Crutcher was his vehicle broke down on the road, and I guess he had walked away. The officers were going somewhere else and came up on his vehicle. He ended up walking back, and they confronted him. And it wasn't like they confronted him like, "Hey, what's going on? I see your vehicle's here. Can we offer some assistance?"
They already up.
No, they started pulling out the weapons.
Defense.
And he ended up getting killed. And when they were showing the video, we see him walking away from them, but he has his hands up. And so the officer, I think her name was Betty Shelby, she was the one who actually shot him. She pulled out her service weapon. Another officer was there. He pulled out his taser. And she was saying how she feared for her life, which is the story they always give. Like, that's the one thing
with nothing in
that's
nobody's
consistent.
hands.
No, his hands were up.
That's what I'm saying.
Part,
with nothing in nobody's hands, but that's what they use.
Right.
I feel for my life.
Because that's what works. Because white people understand that fear.
It seems like they tell you that before.
That's one thing they tell you in training.
Hey. You fear for your life. And so I had to do something.
And so you shoot. And now she was saying like she thought he was going to reach inside his vehicle and get a weapon. Now, at one point, looking at I think it was the video surveillance from the police car, we did see him drop his hands. But the window, once they shot him, or once she shot him, his lawyers came out and they were showing like close-ups of the window, and it was up. So there was no way he was reaching inside his vehicle for a weapon. And like her story has changed like time and time again. Yeah. And I think at one point she was saying how he had this look in his eyes and looked like he was on drugs and like he wasn't responding to her commands. So she feared for her life.
She could see his dilated eyes.
Yeah.
From past 10 feet away.
He seemed like he wasn't normal. And so this is
you gonna shoot somebody that's walking away from you, but you don't think
when you fear for your life, that's what you do. That's how you handle people you believe are on drugs. JT, I thought you learned this in your police training.
I ain't the one that's on the beat. Mike beat.
But like the latest situation. Now she has been charged, which is one step towards justice, which we've been here before. We've been here before. She has been charged, and it was like first degree or second degree manslaughter or something like that instead of first degree murder.
Whatever cold blood mean. That's what she did.
Oh, and that's what everybody saw, and that's what's sparking a lot of outrage. But she keeps coming up with different reasons, or maybe her lawyer is the one who's coming up with all this stuff. And the latest being that she experienced auditory exclusion, which is a form of temporary hearing loss occurring under high stress. So he's saying
bullshit.
Apparently, this is why she didn't hear the sirens from the additional police. She thought she was out there by herself.
Why she?
And this is
why you the police if you got this type of problem?
No, it was like high stress, and it
so
just happened.
All of a sudden she got deaf, and a guy raising his hand, moving away from you. And I felt some type of way.
And also, this is the reason her lawyer is claiming that she didn't hear. I guess another officer tell her that he has his taser out.
Why don't the family have them type of lawyers? See, that's what I'm talking about.
If this works, then any person can use it when they're not complying.
I couldn't hear shit.
Auditory exclusion. It was high stress situation. Police have guns trained on me, and so if I feel like I would go through that period. If somebody is pointing a gun in my face, I might not be able to hear exactly what you're saying because I'm focused on the fact that you're trying to kill my ass. Gun.
But the thing is, he wasn't a threat. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't a threat. I can see if it was a threat situation.
It wasn't a threat.
I would use that excuse.
They approached it as if it was he was a threat, as if he was a criminal instead of a guy on the side of the road whose car broke down and needed assistance.
What makes it so bad is she was not even going toward him for anything. She was on her way to another call.
They were answering another call.
She was answering another call, and she stopped, and she started messing with him.
And he ended up dead.
Yeah. This is how it happened.
Where this happened at?
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw one guy. I don't even know why I even know. What?
That whole situation.
It was. It was very easy.
Usually most of the situations are too easy. You know, I'm the conspiracy theorist at the group. You know, that's just too easy.
As far as
I'm following another line, but all of a sudden I'm gonna fuck with this person.
Well, now his vehicle was stopped. It was like blocking both lanes. It was in the middle of the street. So but I don't know why they didn't offer any help.
That'll be the first thing. Let's get this car out the
road. Yeah, like what's going on here?
My first thing is if I'm on the way to a call, maybe I need to go handle that call and call in and let them know, hey, it's a car in the middle of the street.
Why stop?
Why am I stopping when I know I'm being called to a scene for a reason? There is something happening that needs my assistance. So why am I stopping to mess with something that I don't know anything about?
Too easy. It is too easy, man.
But that's the current situation in the U.S. I mean, we're hearing damn near day after day of another situation where police they've feared for their lives, and they have either shot, harmed, or killed an innocent person because of the threat they felt was involved. Even when after the investigation, no threat was there. He didn't have any gun. They tried to pull that old. He was on PCP. She saw this dazed look in his eyes, and I think somebody mentioned
the state of this country right now. Donald Trump says stop and frisk. With all of this going on right now, that's his idea. Oh, I like African Americans, but stop and frisk. It works.
Because his main goal isn't to try and heal the racial divide.
That's not even his problem.
He don't give a damn.
He's just talking. But to me, it's like one over the tip of too easy to me.
I think they do it. I think it's happening so much to a point where we're seeing it and they're releasing these videos so people get tired of looking at it.
And desensitized.
And desensitized to it. And then they just say, okay, well, there's just another one. And they scroll on past it.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's kind of where a lot of people are.
That's what I'm saying.
Because nothing is changing.
For our eyes, for the regular American public, they feeding this to us. It ain't like you think it's free range. People putting this on the internet. No, they giving it to it. They can block shit whenever they want to. If something was a detriment to what they doing, then they will stop that shit easy.
Well, I think they're going to start stopping it because wasn't it a new law or something passed that said they don't have to, I guess, release
their video.
The body cam footage or dash cam footage.
Only the family of the victim can see it, and they have to request it.
Nah, we still gonna see that shit.
We'll see.
We'll still see this
and
shit.
Before the show, I showed you guys the video of the dash cam from another police situation in Sacramento. I think this incident happened, I feel like it happened in July 11th, where police were responding to people calling in saying there's this man out here acting erratic. And I believe the man, it was a homeless guy.
A lot of times it's always a call, like, that's what I'm saying.
Just like the Eric Garner situation.
It's always a call.
Somebody called saying, he flashed a gun. And for some reason, they automatically respond on like high alert. It ain't like, let me assess the situation and see what the hell is going on. Let me have a conversation and see if the threat is actually there. Let me go in because I know it, especially if they find out the person is black. Black makes you a threat. I don't care what nobody says. People perceive black people as automatically threatening.
It's too easy.
But anyway, we see the dash cam footage of these two officers. They are arriving at the situation. It seems like there's already police presence there, and the person in question is just kind of walking. Like we didn't see him running from police until they ran up on him, and then he took off running. And then once he got out of their way, he started walking again.
Did he have that
and
look
they
in
said
his eye again?
They didn't. From the video, we couldn't see his eyes, so I don't know if maybe they saw. They
about he had that look in his eye.
They didn't say that. But
no, they said
when they first ran up on him, one of the officers said, "I'ma hit him."
Yeah,
I'ma hit him, and his partner was like, "Okay, go for it." Like what? How is this?
It's GTA. It's Grand Theft Auto in real life.
Exactly. That's what I thought the same thing. This looks like me playing the damn video.
It's like GTA.
But this is real live police footage
Yeah.
of two officers going rogue, in my opinion. And so, like I said, they initially tried to hit him. Old boy ran out across the street and then just kind of started walking again.
Yeah.
They bagged up like, let's try again. Go after him again. He realizes what's happening and he takes off running again.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't run? You are trying to hit me with your vehicle.
Did they ever say like why they picked him? Did they give a reason as to why?
Aside from the people calling saying somebody's acting erratic. Maybe they had encounters with him before.
What was erratic? What was he? What actually was? This is saying erratic, and we going.
Okay, so
this is the police response.
At the end of the video, they finally get out their car and chase him down, and then you hear a bunch of gunshots.
Yeah, they shot him.
So and then you hear over the car CB or whatever, man down.
No, they said target down.
Oh, target down. Okay,
that's even worse.
Yeah,
target.
Not man down, target.
And not even suspect. They couldn't say suspect because he hadn't done anything that they could confirm. They didn't even try to confirm anything.
So that's what. After that, what happened? Did the man die?
Did he live? Does he have a case where he ain't gonna win?
The video or the article doesn't say anything about why the cops were chased. Other than the
call,
no. Was he charged with anything?
Does it make sense?
Is he alive? That's the question.
It's too easy. That's my word for tonight.
And
it's too easy. Goddamn.
If he's not alive, is anybody going after the cops?
Hell the fuck no.
The family is, and the family also has lawyers. They're going after the cops. I don't know if the cops are still on the beat.
All the families have lawyers.
It's always the same situation. They go, they kill, they get paid administrative leave, and then they find this group of this grand jury that will understand the threat because they're made up of white people and they already feel the threat themselves, and so they get off. It's the same story each time.
Don't say that don't happen.
The system has to change, and part of that change is when a cop is charged. A cop doesn't get a grand jury just because he's a cop. He shouldn't. They don't get to be shielded by that. They need to have just a regular old jury, just like everybody else. Now, granted, a grand jury is nothing but a regular jury, to be truthfully honest.
Yes.
However,
but
they need to be charged with a crime, even if they don't think it's not one. It shouldn't be a jury there to figure out whether or not they committed a crime.
I think they either paid off or intimidated.
Charged with the crime, number one. And then number two, stop the administrative leave. If you want to pay him for, make him be the janitor. until they get it worked out. Find another job within that station that they can do that has nothing to do with people. But send them home with no pay.
He can come back.
Do not pay them because it's just a vacation.
To him, I haven't been. They haven't charged me. Well, they might charge me, but ain't no grand jury said I did it, and so they can go back to court and say you can't.
Get rid of that grand jury.
Just regular jury. And if they might acquit your ass.
Yeah, but regular jury, they might acquit you, but you have to stand trial.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, if like I said, if we're not okay with not just not paying them, then find something for them to do, because I am tired of paying for cops to have a vacation.
They chilling,
and that's what it is. It's a vacation for
killing
them.
somebody.
That to me that's a gift.
I ain't gotta go work, but I still get my same salary.
Yeah, while other people fight to excuse what I did.
Yeah,
I mean, why wouldn't you? I
don't have to do anything.
You don't have to do anything.
So that's number one. You got to stop rewarding them for shooting people.
Cops aren't the only people killing people. Of course we know that. But this story, it says a prominent attorney in Atlanta shot and killed his wife on Monday, blaming it on Black Lives Matter.
What was the reason?
Well, I don't even know what event they were going to, but they were coming back and headed home. They hired a chauffeur, so they weren't even driving. But he had heard. Yeah, he had heard about Black Lives Matter protests. So he, in his mind, was like, I don't want to run into that shit. And so he had this mindset of unrest. And then once the chauffeur took the wrong block, he saw some unruly looking people. And so he was like, hey, honey, hand me
is this a black
my
couple
pistol.
Or a white couple?
Of course, this is a white couple.
You never know these days, so I gotta ask.
He's an all lives matter person. Let me just say that. He's a white guy.
Okay.
Anyway, he's like, honey, hand me my pistol. And so he put his pistol in his lap because he feared that they might get carjacked or something like that.
Okay.
I don't know where none of this, even the person who wrote the articles, like all these claims are unfounded, but this is what he's telling us.
A white person in a semi-black neighborhood, I can see the fear.
And then he put the gun on his lap. But even though he's afraid of running into Black Lives Matter protesters, he falls asleep.
No.
So you have to have a sense of relaxation.
Yeah, if you feel that relaxed that you fall asleep.
I don't fall asleep when I'm unrest.
With a gun in your hand.
Well, he had it just sitting on his lap. So he said,
but you read it though. If it's on your lap,
you in the red.
You wait for play.
But it was inside. He said a plastic grocery bag. Okay, and so he falls asleep. They end up hitting a bump.
Yeah,
and the gun goes off, shooting his wife in the back.
So he blaming the fear
of Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
How did he shoot his wife in the back if they were both sitting in a seat?
I mean, she could have moved or some type of freak way. Things happen.
So what I really think happened is this man wanted a divorce and couldn't figure out a way to get one without having to pay half. Yeah. So he found a way, and he decided to blame it on Black Lives Matter.
I think it was an actual accident as far as killing a wife, and then he used that excuse as Black Lives Matter. But but to me, I don't think he wanted to kill his wife.
I don't think that's an accident.
Yeah, to me, it could happen.
It could happen. I don't think it did. With his mindset, I don't think it did. Nope. Not through that story. I don't.
But if you kill somebody on an accident, you're gonna come up with the most ridiculous shit because they're not gonna believe. I got a gun on my hand, on my person, and my wife.
I think he wanted his wife. I think he wanted a divorce, and that was the cheapest way he could figure out how to get one.
I don't think you go through all that rigmarole.
That's too many. Too many have. Too many men have.
No, I'm saying and come unless he just plumb dumb.
He sounds plumb
dumb.
No, I'm saying, but you gonna give a stupid answer if you do. You come up with
JT,
you have a mistake.
Stop defending this man.
I'm just saying
stop
shit
defending
happens.
This man.
Don't you can't.
I get shit.
You can't
happens.
go from that.
I can see if shit
You're like,
would happen.
Fuck.
Shit happens if you sitting in a seat together.
But you sleep. If you get waking up you know,
JT,
you can be startled any kind of way.
You sitting in a seat together.
But he made it seem like he didn't pull the trigger.
Her in the back?
Just the gun went off.
You already, I'm saying, but you already
from a
you
bump.
Thinking and you already in that
the
environment.
The gun went off from a bump. It didn't hit the ground. The
exactly.
car bumped.
That's what I'm saying. You coming up with a stupid.
And she was shot in the back.
It could be to me. It could be purposely or by mistake, and you trying to cover up your mistake. That's
the
me.
only way I can see mistake is if she was getting out of the car. Otherwise, she does not have her back to him in a car.
I see where you coming from. You know that can happen. But I'm just giving you another scenario.
Your scenario,
you know, it can't be just 100%. Shit happens. Yeah, but you know,
both the scenarios
are stupid. You know, somebody ended up dead, and you know, and somebody came with an excuse, but. You know,
and then to blame
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Exactly.
For that shit.
Exactly.
And he's a damn attorney. You would think he could
come up with
something more interesting.
So you know,
come up with a little bit better of an accident.
But
maybe
he know where to go.
Maybe if he did, then people would realize that he probably did it on purpose because he found the one way to get by it
by saying Black Lives Matter,
or that he's an attorney. And he know what was the buttons to push.
Yeah, he knew.
You know what I'm saying? But
he knew he was gonna have to pay half, and he had to get rid of her a different way.
Now
I'm just saying, you know,
have you guys been hearing? And I don't know, like what is happening more recently, but I keep seeing story after story about these damn people in clown masks causing havoc around this. Not even in Kansas City,
right?
Like where did this come from?
What I understand,
I don't like clown
they're
shit
all hoax
anyway.
stories. Now I don't know about the ones across the country, but the ones here are hoax stories. They weren't true.
So people are lying on these clowns.
From
up.
what the news said, that it was all a hoax. It was a Facebook hoax.
They remind me of back like early '90s. They were talking about the
Killer Clowns. I remember that.
It wasn't the early '90s. Killer Clown was around when I was in the 6th grade, and I mean there really
we ain't talking about the '60s.
Shut up.
We talking about in the '80s.
I was
when
not
we were in
in the 6th grade in the '80s. In the 60s.
Remember
anyway,
shit. You going back too far.
It was the 80s.
I said about the civil rights movement.
But it resurfaced when we were growing up.
No, that was in the 80s. It started in the 80s. If it resurfaced in the 90s, I'm not sure how true those were. But there actually was a killer clown here in the 80s. That was true.
Okay,
this is a grandma moment.
Go ahead.
Tell us
story time again.
Yeah,
so that really was true. But from what I'm understanding, these stories are not.
But we're not just hearing them in Kansas City.
No, and
we're hearing them
across.
But
specifically, our newscast came out and said these were
the ones
hoax.
in Kansas City were a hoax.
Mm-hmm. But they were saying, because parents were wanting to keep the kids home from school and everything, and they were saying, no, these are not true. We will keep you updated, but be aware.
Maybe they getting ready for Halloween.
Well, there was a school in Cincinnati that the school district shut down because of killer clown, or not killer clown, but clown sightings. And I think there was a woman who had been threatened.
That just sound how you just talking.
Clown
sightings.
It sounds stupid.
I don't even know why we talking about this bullshit.
But I'm just trying to understand, like, why now? What? Like, is it the clown anniversary? Is it the anniversary of the killer clowns? We asked our historian.
Excuse me.
Mama history.
I'm done talking to you people. I'm trying to give y'all some education, and y'all being buttholes.
We want to know, Mama.
Shut up.
Last thing we're going to talk about, and this is, trying to end it on a lighter note, even though it's probably not the best thing for
you done brung it down. I don't know how much
light
I brung it down, brung it up.
With a rainbow sighting?
No.
That's the only thing. And now the rainbow, that you can think some other think about that.
Think about it. Just JT.
No, I'm saying thing.
Oh, okay. We got another teacher who has been fired. I think she said she lost her phone early in the school year. Students sound like somebody stole it, but evidently they were able to get into her phone and find some of her nudes.
Oh.
And they started passing her nudes around the classroom.
This a student?
This is a teacher.
Oh,
the student had. The teacher lost her phone,
and
then back in like beginning of the school semester, and then evidently a student stole it.
Pretty much.
That's what it sounds like. Or a student found it and never said shit. But they ended up getting into her phone and finding new pictures of her.
Yeah.
Started sharing them around the school. And she ended up getting fired for it.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Go ahead.
Kinda.
Because
if you're going to sex, then you are an adult. You need to be responsible. There are 50 million ways to hide pictures in a phone nowadays, and that you can password protect and lock a phone. And a kid can't just, how they just going to guess your password. That don't happen.
Well,
unless your password
like
is
you,
teacher.
Novelty.
That's my point right there. If you are going to take new pictures of yourself and you are a teacher, you need to be aware and you need to protect yourself. So to some degree, I'm not necessarily against it. Do I think she should have been fired? No, maybe moved to another school. But I can see how that can become a real distraction from that point on.
We know how your titty look.
Oh,
we know
about
how
the teacher.
Look. Yeah,
I thought you were talking about novelty. I'm like, I wasn't in on this session.
I was trying to decipher between those little holes.
What do you think, JT?
Nope.
It almost seems harsh because
like
she's not.
It's almost a faultless situation, other than the person that stole the phone. It wasn't her fault. She wasn't expecting somebody. Unless she just left her. She trusted enough that her phone is out on her desk. Maybe she should have just put her phone in her purse.
So she was a little bit reckless in this situation. We don't even know if one of the students went in her purse and took the phone. We don't know.
I don't know if it was out on her desk, but I'm saying like if she kept. But
I think she was a little reckless. She was
reckless if they got a hold of her, unless they just actually
we can't say she didn't lock her phone.
And actually got in her purse. You can't say she's reckless.
There's ways to figure out a person's pen. These are students that their job.
They know more than than a teacher as far as technology nowadays.
Exactly.
And so they gonna try to get in any kind of way, but
right.
Like Novelty said, I wouldn't fire her, because I don't think it. She didn't just post it out,
and she wasn't sending the pictures to students herself.
I wouldn't move her. Maybe she needs to move to a different school. I don't know. I
think that's for her. But as far as the district, I'll probably move her. But then again, news travel.
Yeah,
and then you might have a cousin or friend that's at that school. Oh, this teacher, and it's all over that school.
This is what her snatch look like.
And that's it. That's gonna be it for her teaching career.
I would let her make the decision. I'll keep her on. If you want to deal with the backlash, okay. If you want to leave, okay. I wouldn't do it. If it's not hurting the district,
I can agree with that.
If it's not hurting the district, I wouldn't fire her. Well, I'll let her deal with it however she feels like.
Then you got parents.
The kids
it was
that
parents
already
that came up
pictures
out. Parents are gonna find out. Dads are wanting to see too.
I'll still do.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I said that was a reality.
As long as if it's hurting the district, okay, then we'll take action. Parents can say shit, but if they do enough to change, keep on coming at them. Okay, now we might do something. But if a couple of parents come up to you,
I'd be willing to see if it would die down. But I can see it not. I can see it not dying down.
To me, it's what the teacher can take. And she can take.
I don't think firing her is fair.
Yeah, because it's really not her fault unless she just actually have her some new pictures up on her phone on her desk and let and
somebody comes
take
a picture of her phone or something like that.
I didn't know you was that thick.
Yeah, girl, you know you thick with it.
Exactly.
With it.
And
so lock your phones.
Oh, of course. That's the
and hide your nudes.
Hide your kids. Hide your wife.
Yes.
Anyway, that's our show for today, people. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Whoa. Any last words, Novelty?
Nope. Good night.
JT?
Oh.
Peace.